I have a friend who told me he feels like crying is a really physical thing. Like it's good for you. It's not something you just have to do. That's it's not just an emotional thing. Like your body's kind of releasing something, and it helps to keep you strong, which isn't. I haven't really thought of it that way before. So I'm leaving Union Square Station, and on one hand that works, I'm carrying 2 frozen bags of compost. And I don't know necessarily what it's like out here, but in New York, if you want to compost, they don't pick it up for you. How it works is you put it all in the freezer until it's totally full, and your roommates get mad at you. And then you take it to the farmer's market where you put it in bins and flirt with the person who's working that day. So this is what I do. I'm that kind of person. I'm also the kind of person who's always late. So I have 5 minutes left before this whole thing closes completely, and I'll have carried these bags for no reason, So I go, and I'm at the bottom of the stairwell. Inside of the train station, there is a pigeon who appears to be injured or dying. And there's a woman who's kneeling down beside this pigeon, and she and I make eye contact. And
Was
she
there a
says,
bicycle there too?
"Please help." No. This is just the pigeon. So I'm looking at this woman. I'm like, compost, dying pigeon, compost. Why do I have to make life choices, So I'm like, okay, what do you need? And she says, do you have a plastic bag? And I say, yes, but it has compost in it. But we could dump one bag into the other. But I would need some help because I only have one hand, and I still feel really insecure about my left hand. I feel like it's this big, ugly thing that's attached to me that I don't really relate to. I feel like it's this reminder of this bad thing that happened to me that was maybe my fault, so maybe I deserve bad things. And I also feel ashamed because I have to ask other people for help, and I feel embarrassed about that, I can't do my part. Have you felt insecure or embarrassed about a physical thing before?
No, I felt helpless, but not embarrassed about anything physical.
You felt helpless?
Of course.
What's made you feel helpless?
Oh, a long time ago when I got divorced, I was a single dad, and I couldn't fix my kids, make them happy.
They were unhappy
They were sad. They were heartbroken.
because of your divorce?
Yeah.
And you wanted to fix it,
Yeah, I wanted them to be happy.
and you couldn't.
No.
What did you do?
I showed them the best path I could.
How are they now?
They still send me Happy Mother's Day wishes on Mother's Day.
Really? Really?
Wow.
On Mother's Day?
Because you raised them.
Wow.
Yep.
Where's their mother?
She's got drug issues
I'm so sorry.
at the time they were young.
I'm sorry.
But they call her mom.
Yeah.
This is my angel. Like she is to me.
So you've helped raise the kids.
They were older.
They were older when
Yeah. But you've been a part of their life.
She's a mother figure.
Yeah.
he was there for when I got there.
So it sounds like you've got a bit of angel in you too.
I think so. I get it from my mom.
I don't have children, but I've been a nanny. And having kids all alone all day is hard. It feels really, it's hard. It's really not easy. And there's no, unless you've done it, it's impossible to understand. But I got to go home and be like, bye, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? But if you live with them, it's not easy. And it's easy to feel really alone. But I think, just from hearing you, I think they're super lucky to have you.
Thank
And
you.
I'm sorry for all of that pain. Yeah, yeah. Where do they live? Do they live nearby?
No, they're in San Jose.
San Jose. Okay, so a little down, but on this coast.
Yeah, like we said, only 3.5 hours from here. Easy drive.
Right, easy going. Yeah, yeah. Have you felt insecure about a physical thing?
Oh, lots of things.
What are your things?
Not being perfect.
Uh-huh.
So I've got this real syndrome of wanting to not show any kind of weakness, and so I always put on a nice mask.
I've done that too. Feels like you know how you want people to perceive you,
Yes.
and you know the kind of ways to act so
Yes.
that you get that perception maintains.
Mhm.
But it is really it's a lot of work.
It's exhausting.
Have you let some of that go?
Yes. Yeah, again with some wonderful support. Yeah, but no, seriously, it's one to say, I choose to expose that part of me that is vulnerable.
It's a hard choice to make.
It is.
Why do you think we don't want to be vulnerable?
Shame, danger, that someone will take advantage and expose, and take advantage of the weakness. Okay, and especially in workplaces, that's where it's mostly.
That's true.
It's a very competitive, so.
And you have to look out for yourself.
Yes.
Like you have to do that.
Mhm.
But sometimes being vulnerable could help you take care of yourself.
Mhm.
But it's also true that like there's a lot of fear of the other and how just of abuse, which is real.
So I've chosen, again, to be sincere and to expose that. And again, it actually, to your point, it made me, I was very successful in business with that.
Hmm.
So, because customers trusted, because then it establishes trust when you're willing to show your vulnerabilities. Yes.
And sometimes you can be super sensitive about things that other people aren't thinking that much about, so this woman is like, just give me the bag, so she dumps the contents of one bag into the other,